Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the Dear Love Podcast. You can catch us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Listen Notes, Google Music, Podbean, all that good stuff. You already know how this go. Let's get right into it. So check this out. All week, well, not every day, but like a couple times this week, I just thought about how much money was spent on like fast food, right? Can you imagine like if you own one of them spots, or forget owning it, like who thought to come up with fast food, or who thought to come up with the dual driveways and stuff like that? It's weird because you think in today's society everything has been invented, but it hasn't. It's just waiting on you to invent the new thing. I'm sure the cavemen didn't know, they can invent fire, as they say. But just imagine like opening your mind a little bit. You know what I mean? I think we still enclosed somewhat. You got to be innovative. You got to be that person that brings out that spark in something. Because we so used to the everyday things, we just haven't invented a new item. Somebody, invented the telephone. Then somebody decided, hey, I want to talk to my friend in Japan. And they came up with the cell phone or internet. They came up with different ways to do stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that can still be created. And you just got to be the one to do it. And it'll be a lot of money in it. I talk to a lot of people about ideas that I have about getting rich and, making a lot of business moves. And I realized that, for one, I'm not working hard enough. I got a lot more work to do, a lot more pushing that I need to do to get in those doors. And it's going to happen for me. But I think about how many people don't open the door or don't help you push the door. See, everybody want to jump on the bandwagon when you there. Oh, you rich? Oh, hey, how you doing? My name is Samantha. It's like, yeah, Samantha, but where were you when I was sitting here talking about this idea? I remember when I first decided I want to do a podcast. I was sitting there with my cousin. We was going back and forth about ideas. Even when I came down to the name, I originally wanted it to be, it was still Dear Love, but I wanted it to be something different. I wanted it to be like a letter, you know what I mean? And I could still go that route, but it kind of came into its own. And now I have this product, you know what I mean? But it still came from the mind of me or the mind of your group or whatever. I just think a lot of people should really get into that box of getting rich. I know I talked a lot about it, I think last week and the week before that, but it's a serious thing because we in a time where you can make your money. You could be that next person to invent something crazy. Again, income taxes, people buy cars and stuff. Imagining just putting money into yourself, putting money into a camera like I did, create a media company. It's so many different jobs, so many different things you can do. Me personally, I'm tired of working for somebody. Now granted, some of us gotta work for somebody, but it is some of us out of the group that, inspire to be greater than what we've accomplished so far. And I feel like I'm one of them. I know I'm one of them because I'm that guy that's going to go the extra mile and do what he got to do to make things happen. And you got to be like that too. Don't just settle for a paycheck every 2 weeks from that job that you tired of doing. Do something you love and make it work. Dear Love, episode 74. I don't think kids today understand how much power they have to be rich. Listen, I be talking a lot. And I just really was thinking, like, do you know if I was in middle school or high school in today's era, I would be rich by the time I graduate, guaranteed. It's too much money out here not to be rich. It's too much money out here not to go get something. Can you imagine being in middle school with this Instagram and Twitter stuff? I'm 30. I didn't have that stuff, all right? I didn't have all of these, like, different outlets to different people around the world. Again, how we spoke about the telephone, Think about that, man. It's an outlet to the world now. You could tweet people in France. You could tweet people in the UK. This podcast has reached people in different countries. You know how I can tell? Because I look at my analytics. And that's the crazy part, man. Like, again, technology. Now we're able to see who's streaming our stuff, who's seeing our stuff. Can you imagine having this type of mind in school, joining one of the clubs or something, trying to build fundraisers and stuff for the community, meet with the superintendents, man, it's so much stuff I would be doing right now. You just got to open your mouth and talk to somebody, talk to a teacher, talk to a principal. I'm trying to get my brother to see that. Like, man, the world is yours. We used to say that all the time, oh, the world is mine, or the world is yours, all of that. But today's society, literally, I tell my brother, the world is really yours, though. TV is on your phone, so you ain't got to sit in the house to try to catch your favorite show. You can catch it while you out and about. You could go to school, do what you're supposed to do, and focus on your craft. Get in front of a microphone, invest in yourself, get you a microphone. You don't even need like the technology and stuff that I have now. You could do a podcast just on your phone and upload it from your phone. This is what I'm saying. The world is scary now. Another thing I think about, man, I'm just venting this week. Like, I used to talk about how many shoes I had and how I like to buy them all, but yeah, you bought the shoes, but are they yours? You know what I mean? Yeah, they look good on our feet, but are they yours though? Same thing about the jobs. Yeah, I go to work. Okay, I'm a general manager at the place that I'm at. But is it mine though? Is it my business? See, they try to make it seem like it's my business. Oh, it's yours. You did it. This not mine's. I'm helping y'all get richer. So no, it's not mine. Sorry. I need to take my stuff somewhere else. How can I help me get rich? Because if you could fire me tomorrow, it ain't mine. But that's how we're designed to think, because that's what they want us to think. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about white people or none of that. I'm just saying the powers that be. Whoever that power is, they own their part and you're working for them. But why not work together? So you gotta, they don't want you to stack money. They don't want you to get these things and try to own your own stuff. Because imagine if everybody in the world thought that way. Again, remember I talked about income tax? Imagine if everybody in your community put their income tax up. That's real. They know you're not going to do it. That's why they put the sales on at Walmart. Hey, get a brand new whip. Hey, get a brand new TV. And what happens every time income tax time come around? They raise the price of the cars, right? Why do they do that? Because they know no matter the price, you feel like you rich right now, so you gonna spend it. Because you're not thinking about the future. Another thing I was talking about is, it used to be, what have you done for me lately? Now it's, what have you done for me yesterday? Because these people really don't care. You got to do something as of 5 minutes ago for people to remember you. But that's why you have to have your own stuff. And it's not for everybody. Everybody not going to feel this, and everybody ain't going to really think like that. But you got to think like that. Aren't you tired of working for them? And if I am going to work for somebody, it's going to be a partnership or some sort. So it ain't just me working for them. They working for me too. We scratching each other back. See, they make you feel like, oh yeah, we giving you a paycheck, so we scratching your back. No, because you can get that next man a paycheck too. I need to know how I am special to you. What makes you want to work with me? I need a position that nobody can fill. This position can't just be for everybody. And if it's for everybody, then it's not yours. So again, when you think about those goals that you want to reach, you got to really sit back and think about that. Like, okay, can this benefit me, the person, or just benefit anybody that's in this position? It got to be yours. You know how people put their stamp on stuff? They say, oh man, that's this stamp. Like Jordan. Nobody can make the Jordan shoe. He solidified shoes. That's his spot. But there's nothing wrong with getting a cut out of it, but that's his stamp on that. You know what I mean? Can't nobody fill that spot. Jordans are Jordans. Yeah, you got different people with shoes, KDs and all that, but Jordan is where it's at. And that's just being statistically, that's where it's at. So again, you gotta brand it. You gotta leave that stamp. You gotta put your foot down and say, this is for me right here. This is mine. So just ask yourself, next time you get up, you go to that job, you work. And I don't mean quit your job and everybody stand on the corner and say, well, you won't work, all of that. No, I'm not saying that. You got to work to survive. We got kids and all of that. But I'm just saying, on your spare time, write you a book or something. Everybody got a story. Write a book. Believe in that book and get it done. See where it take you. Because the way that the world going at this rate, come on now. It's too much money for you not to be doing what you love also. You want to work your whole life? Because when you doing something you love, it ain't really work. So I'm saying, do you want to work your whole life? Just ask yourself, is it yours? Or is it borrowed? Because it's theirs. Dear Love, T. Shaw, I'm out of here.